For 90% of the half-life problems that you're going to have, you will not be using this formula. You can, but I find it more complicated. And if I show you how to use this chart, you'll understand half-lives better, and it's easier than working with this formula. So let's say I have 200 grams of X, whatever it is, and the half-life is 5 days. So in order to do this chart, you have to start at how many half-lives or time path is 0, okay? I start with 200 grams. My fraction that's left, let's put that there, is 1/1. So I have 100% of 200 grams. Now after one half-life, that's 5 days passed, okay? Half of it goes away. So now I only have 100 grams. That's what half-life is, the amount for half of it to go away. And the fraction I have left is a half, and that is 50%, okay? Now at 2 half-lives, I have another 5 days, so now 10 days have passed, and half of this has gone away again. So now I have 50 grams, and I can square this because it's a half times another half. So what I have is I have a quarter left, and I have 25% because I took another half away. So half of 100% is 50%. Now I have 25% left. If I go to 3 half-lives, I have another 5 days. So now I'm at 15 days. Half of this is gone. So I have 25 grams. I have an eighth, okay, because, oops, an eighth. And that is going to be 12.5%. So let's do 4 half-lives have passed. And now it's another 5 days. So how many days have passed? 20. And half of this goes away again. So I have 12.5 grams. This is a 16th, right? I'm multiplying that by another half-life. So 8 times 2 is 16. I have 6.25%. So now, if they ask you, after 3 half-lives, how much is left? I can see this, okay? If I only have 6.25%, how many half-lives was that? It was 4. For this particular thing at 4 half-lives, how much time has passed? 20 days, okay? These are all days. And so you can see it's much easier to use this chart, but it also makes the formula make a lot more sense. So let's say that I have 3 half-lives, okay? So I need to find the amount of time, the amount left at time 3 half-lives, okay? We don't know what time that is. But my initial amount was 200 grams, okay? Times a half, and we are going to say that 15 days have passed, okay? I need to know that for this. And so what that means is I take 15 divided by my half-life time, which is 5, and you can see that I get 200 grams times a half cubed, and that's a half, a half, a half. That's a half cubed, and that's where we are, and that's what this formula does, and then I can find the amount. When you're going to use this formula is when it doesn't fall perfectly in one of these, and then I need to find out, you know, let's say that this wasn't 15 days, but it was 8 days. That's when I would use this formula. Otherwise, I would just use that box, and hopefully you understand what happens to this amount and the half-life and the percentages by looking at this chart.